Break.
Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Today is Thursday, July 23rd. I'm Chad Mira.
And I'm Heather Lewis. It's 5 o'clock as you're waking up. Wes Perry joins us now in the Weather Lab with your forecast first. Boy, it's always kind of harder to wake up on days that it rains overnight just because you just want to stay in bed.
Oh, no kidding. It's wonderful. We talk about it all the time. It's great sleeping through the little rain shower.
Yeah, it sure is. Are those finished for the day or the morning?
I think we're going to have to deal with just a couple more rain showers this afternoon, especially this morning, actually, as well. We have a few areas seeing some rainfall right now. Over southern Missouri, there's a few spots really in Christian County right now that's seen some heavy rainfall. Also some showers and thunderstorms getting ready to move through Sarcoxy, south of Jasper. Crane just had a storm move through there. Nixa and really southern part of Springfield is getting ready to deal with some heavy showers and thunderstorms. A little bit further off to the east, we see Mountain Grove, Mountain View just dealt with some showers and storms there itself, but they're beginning to thin out over the past several minutes. We're also dealing with some fog out there. All that moisture that was left on the ground last night from the rain is now turned into fog, so lots of areas right now are having visibility problems. Joplin's down to 1 mile, Springfield down to 7, 3 miles for Branson, 4 for Mountain Home, and Clinton's down to 1 3/4 mile, 3/4 mile for Rolla. So if you live in any of these areas, well, you'll be traveling through valleys. It may need to allow for just a couple extra minutes as you head off to work. A little bit warmer today than what we were at yesterday at this time. 75 here in Springfield, 70s for Clinton and Lake Ozark, and we're still going to have that chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms. The best chance is going to be this morning, and as we go on throughout the afternoon, I think that threat will diminish. So 80s for today, we'll top out at 87 degrees for our high there, with everyone who's going to be Lebanon and south with the chance of seeing some scattered showers. Lebanon and north, you'll just be underneath some partly cloudy skies.
New this morning, health officials in Boone County say 7 suspected cases of mumps have been reported in the Columbia area. The University of Missouri said in a release Wednesday that the university is helping health officials notify people who may have come in contact with people displaying symptoms of the mumps. Mumps is a contagious viral illness, and it often starts with fever, fatigue, and body aches.
Federal prosecutors say a Springfield businessman could face a lengthy prison sentence. Bruce Swisshelm, known as the former owner of Springfield staple Ebbets Field and operator of several franchises like local Burger King restaurants, will soon learn his fate after pleading guilty in federal court yesterday to setting in motion a multi-million-dollar fraud scheme. Documents obtained by Colorton show Swisshelm admitted to using false documents in order to obtain more than $5.5 million in business loans in 2011. Together, his bank fraud and money laundering charges carry a maximum sentence of up to 40 years in prison, plus fines of more than $1 million. Swisshelm's son, who shares the same name, also pleaded guilty. The court says he knew about the fraud scheme but withheld information from investigators. That charge carries a 3-year maximum sentence. Both will be formally sentenced at a later date.
A black bear was euthanized in Christian County this week, the first to be euthanized in Missouri so far this year. Missouri wildlife officials say the 250-pound male was 7 years old. It had been fed by humans and kept coming back to a neighborhood in southeast Christian County. The final straw came when the bear actually entered a home while people were inside. The same bear was tagged 6 years ago.
Lose their fear, they're going to get too close to people. If people make a wrong move, get in between them and a source of food, they can get hurt. There have been humans injured or even killed when a bear that was took on this kind of behavior was released in another location.
Wildlife experts are trying to figure out at what rate the black bear population is expanding. While it's not illegal to feed bears, wildlife experts say it's an extremely bad idea. They also say if you happen to come across a black bear, you should stand your ground and remain calm.
Around the Ozarks this morning, federal funds for road construction projects could run out by the end of the month. Colorton's Andy McCasey tells us about efforts in Congress to keep the money rolling in.
With just 9 days left before August recess, the Highway Trust Fund is drying up, which could affect construction projects throughout Missouri.
I drove I-70 not long ago, and it is, there are times it felt like I was almost in a demolition derby. It is crowded, it is not safe.
In 6 years, Congress has passed more than 30 short-term extensions, and those temporary fixes make long-term planning difficult.
Transportation projects take a really long time to plan and build, and you have to have a great deal of certainty about how much money you're going to have in the future in order to be able to do that.
According to the Missouri Department of Transportation, if the Highway Trust Fund runs out, future construction projects to repair roads and bridges will be in jeopardy.
The federal gas tax feeds the Highway Trust Fund, but tax revenues are down. One solution: increase the tax and have drivers pay a few cents more per gallon at the pump.
Many people have been scared to do it just because of the word of an added tax is not something that most drivers want to hear.
Especially in Missouri, where the gas tax is one of the lowest in the country and hasn't been raised in nearly 20 years.
It's time to be honest with Missourians about the price we're going to pay. They're going to pay it in maintenance on their cars. We're going to pay it in lost economic opportunities.
Missourians pay more than $1.6 billion per year on car repairs caused by damaged roads. In Washington, Andy Mukasey, Color 10 News, Ozarks First.
McCaskill says a long-term solution will benefit Missouri in the long run. Congress will need to come up with that solution by July 31st. Well, whether they're aware of it or not, millions of people will actually be celebrating today. It's Hot Dog Day, National Hot Dog Day, that is. And Color 10's Dana Thayer is here this morning with the story. Dana, good morning.
Good morning, Heather. The hot dog has become a staple for summertime grill-outs and get-togethers, so it's not all that surprising that it's National Hot Dog Day in the middle of July. But what may surprise you is just how popular the classic food really is. At Horman Meats in Springfield, they specialize in brats and sausages. But even as different funky flavors keep on coming out, they say the hot dog is still a favorite among customers. According to the National Hot Dog and Sausage Council, Americans eat 818 hot dogs every second during the food's peak period. That's between Memorial and Labor Day.
Hot dogs are real popular. Kids especially, they start young and they love them. And then they go so well with so many different events that people are doing. They pair well with a lot of other things like brats and burgers, so they're a big seller.
Plenty of local places are celebrating National Hot Dog Day today. Sonic will offer chili cheese dogs for $1, and the Dancing Dogs food truck in Springfield will offer $1 off of their naked dog, where you can add as many condiments as you want. And this National Council, now they have rules of etiquette for condiments and everything. You wouldn't believe it.
Hot dog etiquette.
Hot dog etiquette. So I thought I'd throw some trivia your way.
Okay, hit me with it.
They consider the condiment of the ketchup a little childish, but what percentage of Americans actually think it's an acceptable topping for the hot dog?
That's all I put on my hot
Didn't
dog.
you tell me this yesterday?
No, I kept this one from you, Chad.
Okay, you guys first. I think I know the answer.
I would say 95%.
Okay.
Think it's acceptable?
Think it's acceptable.
42%.
It's 71% say it's acceptable, but the Hot Dog Council says that anyone under 18 can do it, but otherwise they just don't recommend it.
Yeah.